to where for girls about 14, 15, because you got to look at how society was then. Most people maybe got out of high school, didn't go to college. As soon as they got out of high school, they got a real job and they just worked. And that's
Or they
just
got
how it
married.
was.
The
Right. Well,
girls got
same
married.
thing.
Courtroom didn't just
Family,
fall
they start the
silent.
family at
It
18,
turned into
19,
pure
20. It was different. So these people who were running these elite circles in these societies, that was cool for them. So they would get 14, yeah, 14, 15, 16, and just
WrestleMania chaos.
do what they
One
do.
second the judge was
But these
calmly
women are
reading
not,
King Harris's
for the
sentence.
most
The
part,
next second T.I. leapt from his seat,
and
slammed the
emotionally
defense table, and
mature
lunged
enough.
straight at the
It's a
bench.
lot. It's a lot.
Yes, you
But
heard that
back then
right.
it was a little bit
The
different
so-called
because
King
Nobody
people.
cared
of the
about
South turned a
nobody cared
courtroom
about
into
a
his own
woman's
street
emotions
fight.
back then.
And here's
They
the real
cared about
question.
her ability.
If your son
They
was
cared
just
about
sentenced to prison, would you sit there quietly, or would you snap and attack the judge like T.I. did? Because what happened next had the jury ducking, reporters scrambling, and FBI agents dragging T.I. back before the entire gallery. But the bigger shock? This wasn't just about a father's rage. Insiders say T.I. knew King Harris's testimony was only the tip of the iceberg. That phone, those leaked files, they don't just tie King to the street. They point the finger straight at T.I. himself. This wasn't a meltdown. This was desperation. A hip-hop legend watching his empire collapse in real time. Forget Netflix drama. This is power, Snowfall, and WWE rolled into one, and the world just witnessed it live. It started like any other tense courtroom day, but within minutes it became the kind of moment that people
Yeah. You gotta choose your side, you gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher.
replay, repost, and argue about for years. King Harris, the son of Atlanta rap legend T.I.
Energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking the water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'ma find how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats, we all here. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.
Welcome, welcome. Boy, struggle streaming is part of the game, I guess. This is crazy. How's everybody doing this great, lovely Sunday evening? Unreal, boy. Unreal. I cannot believe that this thing wanted to start acting up already, but I guess everybody's doing great. They let me on TikTok this evening. Yay! How we do it? They let me on TikTok. So I'm so excited. I'm excited, but I won't hold you long. I got a good one. You know, we on episode 26. I'm just tugging like right along. Believing, believing, believing. Gotta believe. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. If you have been assigned an assignment to do a thing, you have to trust in believing it. Well, let me not get ahead of myself, get above and in front of my uh episode for tonight. But like I said, we on episode 26. I'm just gonna keep on tugging at it. Tug, 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 tug. Welcome, 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 welcome. Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Let's Talk, where legacy meets and truth, and every mic drop is ministry. I'm your host, Jazzy Wanda. Let me see, my little computer thing is in my way here. Yep, I'm your host, Jazzy Wanda. And guess what? And today we're diving into the tensions between vision and warfare. That's right, between visions and warfare. So, what would the title of today's message be? It is Blueprint in the Battle. Blueprint and the battle. So, we're talking about this thing with the struggle between vision and warfare. Because when God hands you a blueprint, when your mind, when your heart puts together a plan, y'all already know the enemy sends a battle. That's right. The enemy tries to stick its head up and send a battle. But baby, we were built for this. We were built anyway, and anyhow. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the download. Let's talk about the download. You know, the download that you get pertaining to a situation or a circumstance or a plan or a program that drops in your spirit, in your mind, and in your heart, and that you want to put together. It's called the download. We're talking about what are we talking about? Why I can't forget the name Blueprint. There you go. The blueprint in the battle. Now I put this together and I can't believe I can't get it right. I got to remember that the blueprint, the battle keeps wanting to spit out of my mouth, but it's the blueprint. And we're talking about the download that we get when we desire to put on a program, a show, a play, write a song, if you will. We're talking about the fact that the enemy likes to send a battle. But like I said, baby, we were built for this. So I remember the first time I felt a blueprint drop in my spirit many, many moons ago. I believe I was living in Brooklyn at the time in New York. And it wasn't loud, but it was layered. A whisper in prayer and thought dropped in my spirit. It was almost like a dream that wouldn't let go of me. A calling that didn't match, in my mindset, my surroundings. And for that matter, my ability. And I guess where I'm going with this and what I'm talking is about is when I was called to the ministry. We're talking about 19. I don't Yeah, my baby boy wasn't even born then. So we're talking the boys, my three kings were, ooh, 10, 9, maybe one was 6, if you will. And I had just moved back from where I had went to college and was married and went through a divorce. And so I had moved to New York City and I had started going to this particular church. Now, I had some situations and some circumstances and some things that had transpired in my life. So my reason for going back to New York was to reset, to get myself together. But then this thought and this desire, if you will, dropped in my spirit to become a minister. Like, what? All of the things that I have endured growing up, overcoming addiction, etc., if you will, a minister. And so I just knew that that couldn't be what God was calling me to. But guess what? It was the blueprint that he had dropped on me and dropped in me. Just like some of us are carrying blueprints that don't fit. So we believe and so we think. Some of us are carrying blueprints that we don't believe fits our family. Some of us are carrying blueprints that we believe that don't even fit our neighborhood, or for that matter, even our past. Because for me, it was about my past. It was no way you could be calling me into the ministry to do what? That's the way I thought. So that blueprint certainly stuck. A battle came forth because there was no way in the world, in my mind and in my heart, that I was capable of being called to preach, to teach, to outreach because of my past. But honey, trust me, God don't hand out visions based on comfort. No, not at all. He hands them out based on capacity. See, if you don't know that whatever it is he downloads on you, she already, however you choose to believe or call the God that you serve, or the higher power entity that you choose to serve, knows that it's already within you. Meaning of which God knows that you and I have the capacity to that which downloads and or commission for us to do. So there's no need to fret. There's no need to be afraid, and there's no need to fear when you are given a blueprint on an assignment that you believe is greater than you. But know that with blueprint comes the battle. And often the battle is not even outside of us, it's within us, because we don't believe we're capable of doing that which is downloaded. Or we believe, but how am I, where I'm going to get the money from, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, instead of just trusting. But eventually we get there. We get past the battles. So if you ever felt like your dream was too big for your zip code, too holy for your history, and too bold for your bloodline, and guess what? this episode is for you. That's right. This episode is for you. So we get the download, we get the blueprint. It's dropped on us. And then here comes the battle. See, the battle is the distractions. Let's talk about the resistance, because every blueprint comes with distractions. And those distractions are fear, doubt, and legal warfare. What do you know? Legal warfare, betrayal, and most definitely fatigue. I've seen it in my own life. Like I said, when I moved back to New York from college back in the year 2000, no, I came to Florida in 2000. So it had to be early on in the 80s, if you will. Yeah, because I came to Florida in the year 2000. So no, it was in the 90s. It was in the 90s, in the late 90s. Yeah, sorry, not the 80s, in the 90s. And so the notion of me becoming a pastor, not a pastor, because the pastor part didn't step in yet. Let me back up. I believe it was an evangelist. Yeah, it was an evangelist. I was going to teach the word and travel speaking the word. But there was another component to it. It was outreach. It was being able to be a blessing to the community. Whatever holiday it was, I wanted to put something together and give out to the families, and if you will, in the neighborhood. In Brooklyn, we had a lot of projects. So we had a lot of kiddies, and we had a lot of, in my opinion, in this particular area, people that could have been of middle class, but I believe they were low income as well. So they could use the free turkey basket or the free Christmas bag or the bag of candy for Halloween, if you will. So my dilemma was not believing the fact that it couldn't be me you calling to do these things. And not only that, where was I going to get the money from? That's always an issue for us when a blueprint is dropped. Where the money going to come from? Who going to help? How I'm going to do this? How I'm going to do that? Because those are the main distractions, even though you may believe in hindsight 2020 in the back of your heart, in the back of your mind, that you're capable of doing such. But like I said, I seen it in my life. I certainly seen it in my son's journeys. The moment you start building, the enemy starts scheming. But here's the truth. Distractions don't cancel the blueprint. No, it doesn't cancel the blueprint. It just tests your discipline. How disciplined are you? How disciplined can you be? And sometimes the battle isn't external. Like I said, it's internal. It's the voice that certainly said it to me. I'm not ready. Not me. I'm not ready. I can't do that. I don't know nothing about the Bible. Not me. I'm not worthy. Definitely didn't feel worthy to deliver God's word. The big one for me was I'm not equipped. But I had to be reminded, and let me remind you. If God gives you a blueprint, he, she, like I said, however you choose to believe, or call that whichever higher source, however you choose to believe, I choose to call God. If God gives you a blueprint, then God already factored in your flaws. Okay? If you come up with an idea or a blueprint to do a thing, don't you know that your conscience, your mind, your already has factored in your flaws and is giving it to us and is downloading to us because the blueprint knows that you're capable of doing it. Oh, that part. So if your flaws are already factored in, then this is where the discipline part comes in. This is where the discipline part comes in at. Empowering your practical, faith-rooted abilities. So let's talk about how we build anyway, despite the distractions, despite the fact that you don't believe that you may be ready, despite the fact that you may not feel that you're worthy, despite the fact that you may not even have the funds to do the thing. I say, stay anchored. Stay anchored in thought. Stay anchored in the power of the God you serve. Stay anchored in prayer. Because one thing about it, for me, some days I script my podcast like it's a sermon. I design my flyers like they altar calls. And I advocate for my sons like I'm building a temple. Discipline is the bridge between the blueprint and the breakthrough. You hear that? Discipline is the blueprint or let me back up. Discipline is the bridge between the blueprint and the breakthrough. We don't need perfect conditions. We need persistent commitment. That's it. Just commit ourselves. Turn ourselves over to the thing and say, hey, I got this. Show me how. Show me what to do. Embrace your mind to receive the download so that you can put it together, because apparently you're skilled enough if the download came to you. So if you're listening right now and you're thinking, I'm tired. I'm tired, Wanda. I'm tired, Jazzy. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting just to build. Guess what? Those eternal fights are the ones that get us tired. It doesn't be the external. It be that internal crap that be going on with inside of ourselves, because it doesn't want to see you level up, push to the next level. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I also see you. Believe it or not, I see you. I see your capabilities. I see your ability. I see your ability to trust and believe that whatever you desire to put your hands to, that it too shall come to pass, and it too shall happen. See, I see a builder. I see builders with battle scars and sacred plans. Don't give up. Keep building. Keep pushing forward. Stand strong and never fold. Why? Why not give it a try? Why not let that blueprint ripple? Why? Here's my declaration before I close. I want to speak life over your blueprint. I want to speak life over my blueprint. We're not crazy. We're not crazy for dreaming big. And we definitely not crazy for crying in the middle of the blueprint, the construction, the situation, the circumstance, the event that we're putting together. Not crazy at all. One thing we must understand and realize, that we're not alone in our battle. Every person that has a blueprint downloaded to them to do a thing, every person that dreams big, that wants to advance themselves in some sort of way, for sure, the battle is going to make itself known. It's going to make itself very aware. But I declare clarity over your vision. I declare protection over the process. I declare legacy over your labor. And I leave you with this. Your blueprint is sacred. The battle is never longevity. It's temporary. The builder is you, and you are chosen. Keep building, keep believing, keep becoming. This episode was the blueprint in the battle. If it spoke to you, share it with a fellow builder. Subscribe, follow, and stay tuned, because next week, Tuesday evening, we're talking about rest as resistance. So know that if you get a download of a blueprint of some sort to do a thing, God will provide provision for the vision. Don't worry about where the money's going to come from. Don't worry about if you can make it happen. Don't worry about if you qualified. Because if it was downloaded to you, then the source already knows your flaws and your capabilities. And that's why it was downloaded to you. Because it knew that you was capable. Don't worry about doubt, fear, and all the negs that come. But blueprint and the battle is part of the assignment. So guess what? Stay tuned. Stay blessed. Be encouraged. Until next time, I'm Jazzy Wanda, and this is Legacy in Motion.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side, you gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga.
Hey, and y'all know my closing. You are worthy of infinite abundance. You deserve a beacon of confidence and happiness. Everything you desire, it is flowing to you now. Stay tuned and be blessed. See you Tuesday evening.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You gotta choose your side, you gotta choose your side. It's do or die. I said it's do or die. I said it's conflict in all areas, nigga. You choose the side. You could win or you could lose, nigga. It's do or die. Energy don't lie, it just testify for what they saying. I just look them deep into their eyes, going against the God in me. Now that's suicide. Higher self, higher level, higher wealth. To move like this, you gotta put your pride upon yourself. They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger.
Yeah, what you say is true. The Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
They say money is power, but knowledge way stronger. My soul pure gold, so I live way longer. My mind think righteous, yeah, my bloodline chosen. My energy is positive, words unspoken, I'm so illuminated. I shine brighter than Illuminati. Walking on water, now they really know I'm God body. Gifted from birth, so the life I face is hard body. Had so much love in my heart, they had to apply pressure. Now I'm a fine diamond, yeah. Said I'm a fine diamond.
Shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
No matter how hard they try, I found myself in divine timing. Now they follow what I say like my name Simon. Led the chosen ones to victory in divine timing. The time is near, the signs are clear. 144, activation is here. We rise in the vibration with no fear. Oh, the Thundercats we all here. And now it just don't seem fair. It just don't seem fair.